When I think of a WWE superstar that had potential in the WWE, I think of Keith Lee. No, not that Keith Lee, not the food reviewer guy, this guy, Limitless Keith Lee. Now, Keith Lee's WWE run was, it was good and it was bad, you know, it was good and bad at the same time. But Keith Lee in WWE and NXT he was different, dude. That man was killing it in NXT. I can't lie. But Keith Lee was one of those guys that can actually like move. He was like a big man that can move like a cruiserweight. This man was doing freaking moonsaults and everything, dude. That was insane. And he kind of reminded me of like when Brock Lesnar was doing like shooting star presses, you know what I mean? But like it was just different. Like big man doing moonsaults. Okay, I'll stop. But today I want to talk about what went wrong with Keith Lee's WWE run, and also I might talk about his AEW run because his AEW run has been underwhelming to say the least. But make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload, and let's get right into the video. So in 2018, Keith Lee would sign with the WWE and he will be going to NXT. And he quickly became a fan favorite too. Like, you know, he was like, Keith Lee had some good matches in NXT, and I will never forget his matches with Dijak, bro. The chemistry those two guys had were insane. Like the matches they had were insane. Y'all remember that triple threat match with I think it was Dijak, Roderick Strong, and Keith Lee on NXT? That match was a banger, and I think he had a banger with Damian Priest. I'm not sure, I wasn't really watching around that time, but yeah, Keith Lee in NXT was cooking. But then I think he probably I think probably like in 2020 he won like a fatal 4-way match to determine the number one contender for the NXT North American Championship. And did he win the North American Championship? Yes, he did. He beat Roderick Strong for the North American Championship. He did. But then also in that year 2020 he was also in the 2020 Royal Rumble, and y'all, it was insane. Like that man made Brock Lesnar shit himself. Like that man was on fire. And guys, I will not forget, I forgot to mention this, like when he was on the I forgot to mention this, I will never forget when he was in that Survivor Series with like that Survivor Series in 2019 with him and Roman Reigns were the last two people. Like, bro, they were cooking. Like, dude, like they were the last two participants. I will never forget that, bro. It was really insane. But then after that, I think, bro, it was getting crazy from there. Triple H was booking Keith Lee like a badass in NXT too. He was booking him like a badass, and then in that same year, he won the I imagine he won the NXT North American Championship, and then he got into a feud with Adam Cole, and then he beat Adam Cole to win the NXT Championship, and he was a double champion, and the first person to hold the NXT and North American Champion like simultaneously. That's a word, right? That's a word. But then he got into a feud with I don't know how long he held the championship. He relinquished the NXT North America Championship. He kept the NXT title, but then he got into a rivalry with Karrion Kross, and then they had a match at NXT 30, and Keith Lee lost his NXT title to Karrion Kross. Sad times. But this is not the end for Limitless Keith Lee. After Keith Lee lost his NXT title to Karrion Kross at NXT 30, he would be called up to the main roster on Monday Night Raw, and he made his main roster debut on the August 24th episode of Monday Night Raw in 2020, where he faced Randy Orton, and he lost in a disqualification because Drew McIntyre interfered. Because remember, Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton were in a feud that year. You know what I mean? He was in a feud. But then it was scheduled. Keith Lee was gonna have a match against Randy Orton at Payback, and did he win that match? Of course he did. He did. That should have been the biggest win of his career, because like if you think about it, like, you know, he beat Randy Orton. Randy Orton's a legend. You know what I mean? He's a legend. But then in that same year in 2020, he was part of the Team Raw Survivor Series match. He was with Braun Strowman, Riddle, AJ Styles, and Sheamus. I can't remember. I don't know who won. I think Raw won that one. I can't remember. But it's fine. But then he would try to win the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre, but then he lost the title opportunity. Okay. I'm happy for Drew won, but I kind of felt bad for Keith. You know what I mean? I love Keith Lee. You know, it's that. But then after he lost his opportunity at the WWE title, he would be absent for 5 months due to COVID and heart inflammation. I think it was probably heart problems. I'm not sure, but it was with COVID and heart problems, with his health problems. But yeah, he was gone for 5 months, and boy, when I tell you, when he came back, oh my God, bro. After being gone for 5 months, Keith Lee returned on the July 19th episode of Raw. He was accepting Bobby Lashley's WWE Championship Open Challenge, and they changed. Well, I'm not saying they. Vince McMahon changed his entire gimmick. Theme song. Why'd you get rid of the theme song? His theme song was fire. Then they changed it to Bearcat Keith Lee.
Huh?
Bearcat Keith Lee. I can really end the video right here. Like I'm done. Like I can end the video right here by just doing that. I can literally end the video with like, what kind of name is that? Like, this is why I'm saying, like, whoever was called up from NXT on the main roster, Vince McMahon did him dirty. Like, bro, like, you don't see? Like, this man has potential. God damn. Oh my God, Bearcat Keith Lee. Get out of my face with that. He lost to Bobby Lashley, his championship opportunity, the Open Challenge. He lost to Bobby Lashley, and then he got released on November 4th from his WWE contract, and then he went to All Elite Wrestling. Now, I really didn't want to talk about his AEW run, y'all, but like the AEW did Keith Lee dirty again. Like they made this man dress as a wizard, bro. Do I have to explain this? Look at this. Please look at this, bro. It looks so weird. And then they had him play Santa Claus, bro. And y'all remember, like, y'all not gonna remember this. Remember the time Keith Lee and Dustin Rhodes was in a tag team in AEW? Do you remember that? No, I don't think y'all did. Bro. I don't think y'all remember that at all. And you wanna know the funny thing is, Keith Lee never won a championship in AEW. Not that I know of. He's never won, unless you just want to count the AEW World Tag Team titles with him and Swerve. That's the only championship he's ever won in AEW. Let's just keep it a buck. But y'all, in my opinion, Keith Lee was one of the most athletic big guys we have ever seen, and it really is kind of a fallout, though. I think he's like still having problems with his health. I mean, it is like, it's fine, health does come first, you know, but at the same time, like, AEW has not done nothing with him, and he kind of fumbled in WWE. I mean, he's had some good moments in WWE, but at the end, he will always kind of be considered a what if. Like, Keith Lee was kind of the chosen one. I'm just trying to be honest. I mean, he's done a lot, and we can all remember some of his great moments he's had in the WWE, but we don't know what's gonna happen next.